Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Weekly Shonen Jump Review. Once again, I am Fonzy.
And this is here, and
this is Hero. You introduce yourself into third person. You snarky fuck.
Yeah. So this is the Legend of Korra vlogs. Unfortunately, since we're not Doug and Robert Walker, we're not doing the first season of Korra, so we're gonna do the second season of Korra, which we're gonna talk about the premiere, which is the hour-long episode.
And it's everything that I expected to be. Mysterious and ominous to the absolute common denominator.
Yep.
I mean, seriously, there's not a point where there wasn't just a bunch of latent mystery and real dark hints in this one. I mean, really.
Yeah, and I just love Boomy.
Yeah, basically
24-hour Boomy time!
Yeah, basically this is going to be different. Like, 3 months have passed since the fight with Amon.
6 months.
Oh, sorry, 6 months. 6 months have passed since the fight with Amon. And, the crew is actually pretty much just relaxing and doing their own things now. Mako's in the police force.
Mm-hmm.
Bolin is still with the Fire Ferrets.
Which I think he's probably going to retire from it, because his team sucks now.
Well, when you have the Avatar on your team, it's kind of hacks.
Well, they still lost. Even though the other team...
They corrupted the system.
Until Amon came in.
Well, aside from that, everybody's just pretty much doing their own things at this point, and afterwards we then get that we're going to be going to the Water Temple for a little bit of R&R before we go on a big adventure to the Wind Air Temples.
We're going to the Water Tribe for a festival before she was supposed to go with Tenzin to one of the Southern Air Temples, where AIM was born.
Yeah, but it seems that there's a problem with this festival because in the Southern Water Tribe, it's so different from what it was like in the original Avatar. Like, there's buildings everywhere. There's this whole festival going on.
Oh, no, wait. I think the festival was in the north, and they had to travel to the south.
No, they're in the Northern Tribe. Right?
Yeah.
No, they're in the Southern Tribe right now. The Northern Tribe is still the big city, the Ark. Pretty much the main city of the entire Water Tribe. So they're in the Southern island right now, so that they're at the South Pole, remember?
Well, yeah, I know, but the thing is, wasn't Korra like, we're traveling to the South Pole?
Yeah. They're in the South Pole right now.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Okay, but, we're gonna do our best not to spoil too much, because... Yeah,
let's just say that dark and mysterious things are afoot. But it's a really good start off to Legend of Korra, because it definitely doesn't start out like the other seasons for Airbender, and it's still focusing on everything that happened afterwards. So it's a pretty good watch.
Yeah. So now let's talk about the nitpicks we have about the premiere.
Well, I thought we were going to be a little... There's warning, there are spoilers, but we're not going to try too hard to spoil everything.
Right. I guess I'll go first, is that, I've been seeing some reviews, and a lot of the critics have been saying that they're not liking Korra's character so far, how she's still a whiny little bitch. But if you think about it, it's almost like they're saying that they've been expecting her to be like a mature adult after 6 months. I'm like, guys, it's 6 months. It's not like it's been a 5-year gap. What happened after 6 months? She beat the biggest villain in Republic City. Wouldn't you get a little cocky after that?
Well, I mean, aside from that, I've never really cared about one character's persona, and I mean, Korra's is okay, but it's not groundbreaking. But my only gripe is that pretty much it was kind of the pacing with this, and I kind of like how you had to put this as an hour premiere because so much was just thrown on you already. So I'm not going to talk about it too much, but you've got stuff going on with her father, her uncle, the past of the Water Tribe, and basically stuff that's going to start happening now, which was a complete eye opener for me. So,
but for me, I thought things were resolved too quickly. You know.
well, I think there's more to it than that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how they grip us into it. I mean, we didn't know what to expect out of the first Legend of Korra. All we had were skepticisms and points of what people had found over the internet. In this case, yeah, it does seem like the issues have been resolved for what we believed was like the main part, but now all of a sudden we're going to be dealing with some new issues at this point. So the pacing was kind of off, and how they did throw stuff at us, and now how we're just supposed to pretty much guess it. It's like it's supposed to fill you up and make you feel like there's more to it, but it just felt like it's like once you throw one rock, then it just kept throwing more at you.
But the one thing that the series tries to talk about is that, like, okay, like, a lot of the critics have been saying that, like, like I said, that that Korra hasn't matured yet, and that's the point. She's still maturing. She has like 3 more seasons to mature, and it feels like in this series, they're trying to say that spirituality is just doing rituals. No. Coming from a religious person, spirituality is more than just doing rituals. It's about maturity. Just look at Tenzin. The reason why he's so spiritual is because he's mentally mature. And same thing with what's one of the daughter's name? Jinora.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why they're so spiritual. It's because of their they're mentally mature. Whereas Korra, she's a little hasty. She wants things done like right now. Like a little kid.
Well, aside from that, there'll always be a little bit of complications in it, but I think there are actually more good points in here. So do you want to actually talk about what we thought was good points about it?
The animation is amazing. I love the animation.
Yeah, specifically for me, I love the spirits. I love these dark spirits. The design, the shapes, the movement.
It's very Miyazaki.
Well, I'm not
inspired.
Inspired, yes, but it's just so fast and fluid and insane. They just go rampaging like psychos. Like 1 minute they're in one place, now a minute they're in another, constantly transforming into other beings, constantly changing shape to flight, to moving in and out of objects.
And none of their bending affects them. Korra can shoot like all the fire she wants. That it's not going to do anything to it.
Yeah, not even to some of these like small, like gremlin-like spirits. They couldn't do jack, and they had 2 waterbenders, the Avatar, a firebender and an earthbender, and 2 very strange waterbenders. But they still couldn't even take on the smaller, little peons. These crazy creatures.
And it only took one to who actually knows how to handle the spirits.
Yeah, and we'll leave that for...
and the uncle? Oh yeah, he's totally not a bad guy.
Shut up!
No, because once you see it, it's obvious. I mean, come on. You knew from the beginning. You were like, yeah, I don't trust this guy.
Well, even I said that, but... Spoilers. Let's just slap you with spoilers.
No, like, the minute you see it, it's obvious. The minute you see him.
Okay, fine, whatever. But
in the twins.
Yeah, I'll say that. For one of the things I like is that sometimes the writers throw these characters out that are just so parallel to your normal ones. First, we had Boomy from the original Last Airbender series.
Who was just batshit insane.
Yes, so he was like a very good fresh of breath air. God damn it! Rush of breath air. God.
Breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I have no idea why I messed that up. But
and it's the same thing with Aang's son, Boomy, who is not crazy. He's just, like the wild uncle.
Well, I mean more like on the terms of that it creates characters not off of previous characters, but just like coming up with the new ones. And these twins are just absolutely creepy. It's just reminding me of The Shining so much because they just talk in unison. They are like never apart, and but they're funny as hell because Bolin gets involved with one of them, and I'm not going to release anything else prior to that. But it's just that the chemistry between it's just so opposite that it works so well, and I love seeing that. It's just so much fun to actually watch them. As Bolin is, like so fun and friendly, and these two are like so synchronized and cold feeling. It's just like, how does this work? These are my mad geniuses at Nickelodeon sometimes. Not for SpongeBob. They're a different kind of insane. But for people at Avatar, I think they smoke the best kind of drugs to find these characters.
But the one thing that, I was, one character that I was expecting to be like, actually turned out to be different was Kaya because they were they were talking about her how she was sort of the hippie of the family.
Oh, like Flower Child.
And they mentioned that her favorite song is Secret Tunnel. Secret Tunnel. And I was totally expecting her to be like, yeah, man, it's so cool. But when you see her, she acts like normal.
Well, she hasn't had too many lines yet, so I mean, there's probably more to her. They were just probably trying to keep it centered around Korra's mission and an objective for now. So maybe she'll get some better lines.
And I think probably the one character that like everybody can relate to is Boomy. Maybe almost everybody has that one crazy uncle. No,
he's like the brother because. Like, envision him as Tenzin, and I'm Boomy. Like, hey, little brother, what's up? What's up? What's up? Don't you just love these family outings? It's like that. He's just so goddamn annoying. And
I don't find him annoying. I think he's hilarious because...
Yeah, but to Tenzin, he's just absolutely nail-biting. He just can't stand his attitude.
Okay, two brothers that I know.
Yeah, we're not bringing personal shit in the vlog, you asshole.
Because at your place, you're the Tenzin.
God. What did I say about personal crap?
What? I'm not telling him everything. But
back on Avatar, back on Boomy. Boomy is.
But when I first saw, when Boomy said like, "Well, it's 24 hours Boomy time." But the thing is, yeah, you were thinking it. When I first heard it, I thought he said Boomy time.
That's the translation of English for you. Sometimes it could be so mispronounced. I mean, have you heard? Hey, oh god,
it's
sorry.
Boomy time,
Well, no, I'm referencing the song. Like, oh no, excuse me. Well, I kiss the sky. If you hear that the other way, it's excuse me. Well, I kiss the sky.
Oh, okay. And there was also like, should we talk about our favorite scene? That doesn't really spoil anything, but it's just a favorite scene.
Okay, you can go first.
Okay, probably my most favorite scene. It's a very short one. It's when Tenzin's family get to the Southern Air Temple, and when Kai and Boomy get off, with no help, they're like, they talk to one of the monk girls. Excuse me, can we have some help here? And the girl's like, oh, I thought you were one of the servants. We're Tenzin's brother and sister. You mean Aang had other children? The world is filled with more airbenders? We're not airbenders. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's like, wow.
Total rejection to the idea that, the children of the Avatar, ladies and gentlemen, they're special. Oh, but only one is.
But it's also the fact that Pema is also, treated like the Virgin Mary. in their world.
God. My favorite scene would have to be, mine would have to be more of the ones that have spoilers to them. Tenzin's daughter seems to have like this weird connection with the air temple, and it's led her to, and it's not really a spoiler warning because it's ultimately what's been shown in the trailer, so it's not. It ends up leading her to this room where the statue, a wooden statue, mind you, out of all the very picturesque stone statues, this one is made out of wood. And
it's kind of rotting. His arms are missing.
Yeah, and it's the first Avatar. It's literally the first Avatar to be shown. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, okay, well, why is this not in with the rest of the other, avatars? Like, why is this one just seem to not be taken care of, not recognized, mind you, or celebrated whatsoever? Because you would think
being the first,
So that's why I like it. I like that scene because it's a cliffhanger scene. It's telling you, there's obviously something about this that doesn't exactly seem right, but I want to find out more about it. So that's ultimately my favorite scene.
And I don't know if you ever seen any of the Walking Dead shows.
Afraid not.
Okay.
I'm not
for those on YouTube who do watch the show, they already know that one of the actors from The Walking Dead is playing the first Avatar.
Oh, really? That sounds fun. Which character is this? I may have to go and look them up.
I can't remember his name, but I guess he's one of the main characters.
You're a terrible researcher. Get off the show.
But yeah, this is a very good start. I have no idea where this is going to go because it feels like it's going to be a very short. Based on how the episode ended, it was like, so after this, what now?
Well, that's part of the process is that we've dealt with mostly what was supposedly the main situation. Now we're seeing something happen before our eyes. Mm-hmm. So maybe there's a little bit more to it than that. So,
and I think you and I discussed this. I think what we can expect in future seasons is that what's going to happen is that Korra is inevitably going to have to travel the world, and that means we're probably going to see the Earth Kingdom and Fire Nation, and maybe more of the Air Temples. Which I'm guessing the Air Temples is going to be last, because it seems like this season's going to be solely in the Water Tribes, and then the next season will be in the Earth Kingdom, where it is now.
Well, we'll see where it goes, but
because you see now in the southern Water Tribe, it's got massive.
Yeah,
and so I would like to see what the Earth Kingdom and Fire Nation is gonna be.
Yeah, gonna be.
I want to see old Zuko going, "Hey, is that you?"
Being that the Fire Nation central building was in a freaking
volcano,
inactive volcano, so I wonder what they did with that. They built around the volcano. Sounds like a great idea.
And I always had this feeling that Republic City was gonna be, like the America in that world, and apparently it did.
Well, yeah, because not too much to a spoiler warning. It does tell about the 6-month period a little bit, but it tells that
but it was very quick, Yeah,
the Republic City now actually has a president, a non-bending president. And
how do we know he's a non-bender? They never said he was a non-bender.
Well, I think that just due to the whole, humanitarian thing going on, I think they just decided to go with a non-bender and just have, the council be his, his informants of what's going on.
Well, no, I think they said that, the council was disbanded. So there is no council.
Yeah, but Tenzin still lives in the city, so.
Yeah.
He literally lives in Republic City. I mean, why wouldn't you when your father's got a giant statue of him?
Which I heard an interesting theory that the statue of Aang is kind of a parallel to the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, where would you get that? I wouldn't know! It just came to me in a dream!
And Republic City is like a New York or Chicago kind of.
And you want to know what else, folks? The 7 warlords of the sea in One Piece are all named after animals! What are the odds?
And I'm surprised that there are no 2 towers.
Before I choke Hiro to death, this is the first 2 episodes, so we'll be doing a vlog about this for every episode that comes out.
So that'll be like every week.
Yeah, so every week we'll have one out, and warning right now, we are going to give away spoilers because it is a vlog. It tells what's happening in the story. So those of you who just want to be surprised, just go ahead and watch it. As for...
I mean, you could probably find the episode on like some sites like Watch Cartoon Online, where you can find them free. Or at least buy like the season passes on iTunes.
Okay, so that's pretty much it. So that's going to be it for the first vlog of the Spirit season of Legend of Korra. So this has been Fonzy.
And this is Hiro.
And we're signing off. Come here, son of a bitch!